You just hit play on TechVibe Pittsburgh. This is your front row seat to Pittsburgh's technology and innovation ecosystem. And I'm Jonathan Kirsting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council. And today we're turning up the energy as we dive into the American Advertising Federation Pittsburgh AdWeek, happening on November 6th and 7th. It's an event that's gearing up to be a showcase of game-changing ideas and industry-leading innovation. Joining us today are three really cool guests. We have Dwayne Waite Jr., the Associate Marketing Director at Shell Games and President of the Pittsburgh AdFed, who's here to break down the magic of this must-attend Ad Week. And we have Misha Gearhart, CEO of Redtree, a digital powerhouse specializing in websites that drive real results. We also have Jon Meck, Senior VP of Marketing at Bonteous. They're a global leader in digital transformation who's here to geek out with us on AI and the tech reshaping the future of marketing. We're diving into how technology, from AI to digital experiences, is fueling marketing innovation you cannot afford to ignore. So gear up for the ultimate conversation about creativity strategy in the future, and let's make some noise, Pittsburgh. Oh my goodness, so glad to have everybody in the Huntington Bank studios with me today, because this is a place where I got the best conversations about things happening here in Pittsburgh. What I love is just this collision of tech and marketing, all kind of coming together for this great event that we're trying to promote here. Because this is one of the things that makes Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, right? Of course, we're talking about the American Advertising Federation Pittsburgh with the Pittsburgh AdWeek happening. Got some great folks hanging out with me today. We'll start with introductions. Dwayne, you're kind of like the master of ceremonies here when it comes to this, with all your background that you have with the AdFed. And tell us about yourself, and of course what you do with Shell Games and all that fun stuff.
Sure, yeah, happy to be here. Dwayne Waite Jr., Associate Marketing Director for Shell Games. I've been at the studio. It's a video game design development studio here in Pittsburgh, about 160 people, and I serve on the 9-person marketing team that we have there, doing the marketing strategy for our original games. And the main reason why I'm also here is that I am the AAF Pittsburgh chapter president. I am in my second year of my first term here. And I am the co-chair for Pittsburgh Advertising Week, which is our second one. We did the first one in 2023, celebrating the 100 years of supporting advertising here in the Pittsburgh community.
I love that.
And so in 2025, we decided to bring it back.
I love it. Very cool. And we got the one, the only, the incomparable Misha Gearhart. Misha, you're no stranger. I'm so glad to have you in our studio today.
Thank you, Jonathan. You're too kind. Hi, everyone. My name is Misha. I'm the founder and CEO of Redtree. We're a digital agency that specializes in building and growing websites.
And you're going to be presenting at this conference.
I'm going to be presenting at both conferences. So the Tech Council is doing a Tech Fest at
that's Friday.
Man. Oh, that's 2 days from today. I'm totally prepared for that one. And then November 6th and 7th
that's right.
is going to be the Ad Week. So we've got two really great events where myself and a whole lot of other people, including Jonathan, are going to be sharing lots of information. So it's going to be awesome.
For sure. And, of course, Jon Meck here, no stranger as well to all things TechVibe and the Tech Council. Tell us about yourself, Jon. What you up to these days?
Yeah, happy to be back. My name is Jon Meck, SVP of Marketing at Bonteous. We are a 5,000-person global digital transformation consultancy. Say that 5 times fast. Helping major brands with everything from engineering to experience, thinking about things like marketing, experience, AI. How can we create better ways to interact with our customers to drive better results? And taking some of those insights and bringing those to Pittsburgh to talk about how people at the event can think about AI differently. We're all using AI. We're all getting pushed to use AI in our roles in marketing and advertising. And so really starting to talk about how to use AI to improve quality and to approach it from a different direction.
It sounds like a fantastic topic and so timely because it keeps changing and moving. So having your insights, I think, would be great, because when I think of Bonteous, you guys are literally like the embodiment of like tech and marketing, like doing weird things with each other. Like it's a thing. So yeah, I love it. I think it's so cool. So Dwayne, let's start off with the premise of this event. Obviously, this is happening on the 6th and the 7th, so it's right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
And of course, we have links to the to register in the podcast here, so if people want to check it out, they can go there. Because honestly, I'm really going to encourage people, like, even if you're just slightly interested, go, because I think it's going to get you really excited, because there's a variety of things going on. Just looking at what Misha's going to be talking about and what Jon's going to be talking about, I mean, you're going to get some these are top level folks that know their business. You're going to be in front of these types of people all day long, being able to learn. So give me some of the details of the event and the key reasons why should I go.
Sure. Yeah. So as it's been already mentioned, November 6th and 7th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. So we're at the convention center, which is awesome that we were able to get that done. There are about 22 different sessions, and we're going to end up around 31 to 35 speakers for that. So we have a couple panel discussions about, how can you age well in the industry? That is.
I'm attending that one.
There we go. I think that's going to be a really nice topic, and we have some really powerful panelists on that are been serving the Pittsburgh community for decades. All the way to the other side of the spectrum was like, if you're a new professional or a young professional, what are some ways to get your hands dirty with ad tech? What does building a marketing tech stack mean, right? To personal branding, how do you not only present yourself well in your company, but as a growing professional, how do you get your image out there? So all of these different topics are going to be explored, discussed, and hopefully inspire some folks over those 2 days.
Most definitely. And I think what really has me, I get excited about is just how technology is just driving everything in marketing. I mean, literally, I feel like the CMO is like the new CTO in so many ways. I mean, because they're the ones purchasing these new technologies to do all this stuff. They're the ones hanging out with Misha and they're hanging out with Jon to make sure their marketing has metrics in. They can see the impact and find new ways to create attention. So at the Tech Council, we get excited because that's our bread and butter is the tech side of this.
That's it.
And I'm excited for you guys to be having this. And so I think the idea is, Misha, I mean, can you just tease us a little bit about what you'll be talking about? Because you'd have so much knowledge. I mean, what I love about what you do is you create these little books that you put on your website that are very powerful. They're easy to read and they make things very sensible. And I've seen you speak before. You do a great job. And so if you could tell us a little bit about what you're going to be talking about, but not everything. I want people to go and get the whole Misha Gearhart experience.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing that I'm going to be talking about, which is going to shock everyone here, is the importance of a website.
What? Really?
Yeah, I know, right? So
I thought websites are dead and stuff.
Exactly. Okay. So that's pretty much the conversation that we've been having with advertising. So it's interesting that you even bring up CTO.
Okay.
We're having a lot more conversations with CROs these days, right? That are chief revenue officers.
Very interesting.
And marketing is falling underneath this, and every single company is a little bit different.
Right.
Where it is, some of them are falling underneath tech, some of them are falling underneath sales, some of them are falling underneath this revenue model.
Yep.
But what we're focused on and what I'm speaking about a lot is the importance of a website now. So from advertisers to brand strategists, really utilizing your website as that one sort of owned channel that you can control and you can talk about.
I love it.
And how we can reprioritize that, especially in the age of AI. When AI is, we call it AI optimization, right? So is your website being shown on AI? They're not sending someone to Facebook or LinkedIn. They're sending people to websites.
Exactly. It makes me kind of happy again when I think about the website's back, baby.
Websites are back.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, especially when you look at the fact that OpenAI is now launching a browser pretty soon. And I think about how that's going to work. It's once again, this is why I'm glad we're having these conversations, right?
Yeah. It's really great. And I think just, again, going back to, it's interesting, we talk a lot about technology, and I think that that's great in the marketing level, but one of the things we're having conversations about, which I'm not necessarily talking about specifically, is still bringing it down to that human level. So there's this balance of, I don't know if you guys have heard this term of human to human marketing, where we're trying to balance that human to human marketing and the technology and the AI. And what we're seeing a lot is what AI likes, humans like, right? And if you really think about the humans, then all of the other technology really falls into place.
Ooh, I want to nerd out on that, but we won't have enough time.
Well, I'm very curious to hear what Jon's going to be talking about.
Well, let's talk about that because Jon's on the AI side of this, Jon. So give us some tasty nuggets here. I need to know, what are you going to be speaking about at this?
Yeah, absolutely.
At this event?
Well, we know that there's a lot of AI fatigue right now. There's AI concerns. But we also know that as technologists, marketers, advertisers, we're likely at the forefront of this. We're going to be using this in our work. I think, similar to what Misha was saying, right? It's about the human side of it, though. And generally, as humans, we're bad at some of the basics. We're bad at bringing in new people and telling them exactly how to do things. And so when we think about asking machines or AI to do this for us, it's the same sort of principles that we need to embody. So if we're going to ask AI to help us write new articles or advertising copy, we also have to tell AI what that means and what that means to us. How is my version of a blog different than someone else's? How is my advertising going to stand out? What is important to my brand, to my company? And so we'll go through that as a lens to think about AI and how we can get better results from it by treating it like a new employee that we're onboarding into our organization, giving it all sorts of guidelines and feedback and saying, this is what quality looks like. This is what high quality looks like. This is what makes it unique to my brand. And give me feedback. Tell me when it's bad. Score it, grade it, give recommendations. Don't just give me copy that's been written or generated or regurgitated. Push back and say, I need more information. I need more things that are unique to this company if we're going to try to create some sort of quality output.
That is so interesting because I always think about how when AI is being trained, it's always meant to please the human being. So it's really hard.
It's so patronizing.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to have AI kind of give you the real deal, like saying, no, that's terrible.
Although sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, I did do a good job. Thanks for saying that, right? I need an atta girl.
I get that from time to time, like, wow, I'm better than I think.
Well, it's very interesting too, and I think if I remember John's talking prompt, there's a part about creativity, mm-hmm. right? And how, I think about this, daily with, pushing out, video games of, we could do a lot of stuff with AI, but, there's that human element of creativity where we're irrational. We're trying to put together new ideas or new concept on a common idea and switching it, and that's super hard for AI to do. And so whenever I get asked about, like, are you worried about AI in your job? I was like, no, not at all.
Exactly.
Because everything is looking in the back, and I'm trying to figure out how we twist this back thing to think of something differently. AI can help, but it can't at this point do that type of intelligent design that humans can do. So
agreed.
So there's a lot of and there are a lot of, I think there's one or two other topics. I think our first keynote is with the president of Campos for research with UPMC's, one of their marketing leaders, to talk about how they've used AI as a complement, not a replacement, but a complement to primary research to make intelligent decision making. So, man, there's some really, really good talks out for a couple of weeks.
You need to add like a little, like, this is like a partial AI conference as well, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think
cool.
that's a good point. I think the way we've built the schedule, there's two main themes. The first day is about that intersection of your innovative technology and marketing practices. And then the day two is more about that human element. I was like, man, how do you survive in this crazy industry where we're forced to go 90 miles an hour in a 20-mile-an-hour zone, right? And so we're talking about personal wellness. We're talking about psychological safety. And so there's a real personal, like, health or mental awareness point on the second day, which I think is
love
nice.
That aspect. I think that's so cool because I think John mentioned it. The idea there is this AI fatigue, right? And I think a lot of us are grappling with, because I use AI every day for my content and generation and help and so forth. And there are times when I'm like, I just can't take it. Yep. And there are times when you almost feel guilty that you're having something do some work for you. It's like, I should have been doing it. And then you're really happy because you're getting some better quality results because you're blending the human mind with something that can give you more iterations and more concepts. So, yeah, I think I'd like to hang out with some people and talk about, like, how can I be a more well-rounded individual? So
Well, and I don't know if any of you are experiencing. I love the fact that you're focusing a lot on the mental health and the individual, like, advertiser and marketer. Because I don't know about you, but yes, we definitely have this AI fatigue, but I think the AI fatigue, at least the way that I heard it from John, was like, we are done hearing about AI. But what I hear a lot
Tell
from
me more.
right? What I hear a lot from marketing professionals is AI has not made my job easier. It has given me more things that I'm supposed to do now.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, we have like this, like, here's how we can use AI in tandem. But also, I love the fact that you're focusing on that individual human because there is a large amount of responsibility because leadership says, oh, AI can do all of this. You don't need to necessarily build out a team or you can do things a little bit more efficient. You still have to train the AI, to Jon's point. You still have to do a lot of that legwork, which still does take a little bit of that human element. So I love the fact that you're focusing on the individual person and really, preventing burnout or talking about mental health. I think that's great.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, we have on that second day, we have the executive director of Awaken Pittsburgh talking exactly that. So we have it's going to be a great conference.
Yeah.
Like I'm very, very excited on how
stoked for you guys.
It planned out. So.
Yeah. And before we wrap this up, Jon, give us your insights real fast. What are you looking forward to most about not just speaking at the event, but maybe attending some of it and learning and getting some key takeaways?
Oh, absolutely. I love any opportunity to get together with other people. I feel like as more and more companies are going remote, myself included, I'm looking for these chances to get together with people in similar industries, hear what they're doing in their work, hear what they're struggling with, share my thoughts as well, but also just really taking in the other speakers, but also the time that we get to spend connecting and networking with other people just in this space in the Pittsburgh area.
It's a thing.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm thrilled to get out of the house and get together with other people.
I think you and everyone else at the event, I think it's something that everyone's going there. Like we all have the same mission of marketing and employing technology and it making us crazy, us hating AI and loving AI and everything in between.
It's like a therapy session.
Exactly. I like that. It's like a 2-day therapy session and it's going to be fantastic. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with me to talk about. I think this is very exciting. Once again, we have links to go check it out. So please look at everyone who's speaking. If you haven't listened to this and are convinced that this is something you want to go to, then I don't know what to tell you. You need help. So, but in case you forgot, this is Jonathan Kirsting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council and of course TechVibe Radio. And I will see you on the next one. All right, we stop.